Hey everybody, it's Producer Jay. So today I'm doing another unboxing video. It's really more going to be kind of an unpapering video. There's two items in here I'll be discussing that also came from KHHI, also known as Khukuri House. Now, I got a lot of questions about where to buy these things, and due to YouTube rules, I'm a little concerned about posting links even to knives. You can Google search KHHI or Khukuri House Nepal, and you will find their website. Oh, so this is a Sirupate. I'm probably not pronouncing that right, don't at me. This is a little bit longer than the standard Kukri. In this instance, this one is actually a 15-inch blade. These are actually listed as a lightweight Kukri. The handling actually, it doesn't feel significantly more top-heavy than the standard size Kukri, but it should make it pretty good for clearing brush. So, very impressed with the craftsmanship. Heavy amount of oil on the blade. One thing that you'll want to note with a 5160 leaf spring steel is that it does tend to rust, so you'll want to keep your Kukri or whatever you have made out of 5160 lightly oiled. As you'll notice, they come with the maker's mark stamped on the blade, and then quite a lot of biographical information, as well as the signature of the kami there, or the maker. It's pretty neat. Again, we have a catalog, things about maintenance, certificate of authenticity, and so on. Now, the second thing that I got is something I felt like my burgeoning Kukri collection was needing. This also is a standard length Kukri. Looks like the same maker for this as well. We'll double check the maker mark on it and see. So we have our second Kukri, Depot 1, guessing for the United States Depot, packed in really heavy oil. But that's kind of what you want when you're dealing with things that are being shipped from overseas. Now this one is listed as the World War Kukri. Yep, same maker's mark on this one, so same kami for both. So this is a pretty close replica from what I've been able to determine looking at pictures online of the World War II Kukri that the Ghurkas used in World War II. I'm not sure how standardized Kukris were, but at least some of the pictures I've seen looks pretty close to this. So I thought having an earlier style, again with a rosewood handle, would accent my modern issue Kukris pretty well. Alright, so there you can see the size differences between these two. You can see here where the blade is thinner here to make it lighter. Yeah, so the actual blade itself is also thinner. Alright, I've just finished wiping the excess packing oil off, and then went back behind and reapplied a little light skin of oil on the blades. This one I've left a little heavier because, again, it's actually going to go back in the sheath, and then this one I'll have out on display. So that's really hard to get the full length of this bad boy all in frame. You fellas know what I'm talking about. Sorry guys, I don't get to make those jokes in the gun videos, so I'm gonna do it here. I was asked how durable they are for chopping. The Sirupate will be used for lighter brush, nettles, thorn bushes, bramble, things that you don't necessarily want to get your knuckles real close to when you're swinging really hard. So that's why I went with the longer, thinner blade. And I mentioned earlier that they've lightened the blade. There's almost no perceptible weight difference between the two Kukuris, even though this one is a full 5 inches, 5.5 inches-ish longer. And then I'll be using the standard Kukri, the rough use Kukri, which I showed in the previous video, which is this one here. This is the service issue Kukri, which is meant for, actually active field use. I did go out right after that I finished recording that video, like I said I was going to, and chop down some small trees and some thick brush that were out by my front door, and this thing just chewed through them like it was nothing. So even the trees were around an inch thick in diameter, and with the downward hacking motion, it was really easy to just kind of pop right through them. So definitely that's what I bought it for. That's what I'll be using it for. It'll get a lot of use, I'm sure, like I mentioned before, out on the Jeep trail. And then this one I'll use more for, like I said, lighter brush. And again, it's really impressive to me that you can get a fully handmade knife like this that has a ton of attention to detail in it. It is obviously extremely well made for as cheap as these go. They do come with the sheath, the chalk mark, which is the sharpening tool, and the carta, which is the small utility knife. I didn't get the blessing ceremony done on these two knives. I did them on the previous two, which I thought was really neat, and I honestly think for what they charged me for it, I think it was $50 for one or $65 for two. It was a really cool add-on, but not required, optional, totally up to you. So this makes number 3 and 4 of my KHHI Kukris, so obviously I'm very, very pleased with the service. So I was a little bit concerned about doing the US depot. That's why I wanted to order these this time to see, since I was going to buy them anyway and they were available. But I thought it would be a good test to see if there was any variation as far as how they're packed, how they're shipped, what they're shipped with. You know, is there any rust on the blade from being stored in a warehouse for a long period of time? Because the ones that shipped from Nepal seem like they're pretty well packed and shipped in short order. But I didn't have any problems with it. It came in 3 business days from shipment to my door. And they are located, that depot for the U.S. is located in Pennsylvania, and they have depots all over the world. So if there's something you want, check to see if there is availability in the depot, and you won't save much money because things like shipping and all of the fees and everything are rolled up into the final cost, but it will save you a ton of time, 28 days in my case, including the blessing, versus 3 days. So pretty good jump in time. I will definitely be buying more Kukris. I've already started shopping for some more. I'm not going to tell you which ones I'm looking at because you vultures will go out there and swoop in and buy them. That was a joke. Yeah, I'm again super impressed with these. So if you like this type of video, please click like. Even if you don't, be sure to subscribe and go check out our backlog, because we normally do gun videos. But like I said in the last video, Misha thought it would be a good idea to cover these again, since it's a little slow in the gun world. And like I mentioned in that video, there's a lot of overlap between knife guys and gun guys. If you're interested in helping support us, be sure to go check out our Patreon page. Right now, what we're doing there is a $1 and up Q&A. And we may retool some benefits in the future as well. So this is Jay, and hopefully we will see you again soon with some more interesting content next time. Misha says that in a weird order sometimes, I think. I was trying to get the order down, but I think I still jacked it up. We will see you again soon, hopefully with another interesting video next time. Something along those lines, you get it. Anyway, bye.